happened to me and you. Just a man, but he'd kill his son for the price of a lamb. And let us consider ordinary Job, who lost it all, but in God had his hope. An ordinary David, a little shepherd boy, brought down Goliath with a stone and a toy. Little Jesus, ordinary child, the carpenter's first son, humble and mild. If anybody told you he'd be Messiah, you probably would laugh it off, I know.
Good day to my highly distinguished prosperous and classic personalities all over the world. You are highly welcome to our Prosperity Classic platform. It's been a while, but all in all, we give God all the glory. I am Prosperity Classic Oluwatoyin Adesuji. What we are considering today is very simple, and it says prosperity classic. When we talk of something being classic or being classical, with my little knowledge, I strongly believe that it's like you are referring to the extraordinary among the ordinary, this special among likes. We have things in sizes, we have things in shapes, just to mention a few. Like I said, the topic of today also double as the name of this entity implies. When we talk of Prosperity Classic, we are referring to certain qualities that guarantees someone becoming prosperous in a class of his or her own. And in this regard, there are some basic tips that narrow down to this. For instance, if you must be prosperous and actually be in your own class, as in you want to be classified among the real prosperous people, you must take note of this. 1. Don't listen to the dictates of money. I've said this time without number that money is not a fool. money is a tool. People who consider money to be a fool are the people that money usually send on an errand. But people who consider the fact that money is a tool are the people that do send money on an errand. So it's in two ways. Is either money is sent on an errand, or you are the one sending money on an errand. But the best way to go about it is for you to consider money as a tool by you sending money on an errand. Another point. You must reckon with the fact that income does not determine wealth. Prosperity, knowledge does. How do I mean? Poverty is a mentality. Prosperity is a mentality. That is why the rich also cries at times. It doesn't matter how big your income is or how fast your salary is. It does not determine wealth. Knowledge does. It is knowledge that gives you edge in finances, career, ministry, business, etc. Another vital point. There are no limits in life except those of the mind. If you have a little mind, you will get carried away with trivial things. And you may remain little. No, your life pursuit. But if you have a big mind, you will definitely become a big person, a big personality. And this also applies to you becoming a great person by you having a great mind. No wonder a particular sculptor says, great minds think alike. And there's no one without a mind. Because you don't have your mind, nobody will mind you. So is it that your mind is little, small, big or great? Another vital point. Prosperity has principle that if applies, it will make a principle. One of the easiest way to rule out financial ridicule is by applying financial principle. So if you are determined to get rid of poverty in totality, then you must connect yourself to prosperity principles. I've said this time without number, that if you are a principal in all your life pursuits, you definitely become a principality to all form of principalities. And that's 100% true. Also, prosperity comes by cultivating your creativity land. If you are not a creative person, you are definitely a destructive person. This is my personal discovery. Creativity will lead to productivity. And creativity plus productivity is equal to lucrativity. There's nothing the devil can do about that. If you are creative, you'll definitely be productive. And your productivity will definitely bring unto you profits, gains, blessings, and so on and so forth. Another vital point is prosperity does not come by working and earning. It comes by applying principles, research, search, energy, your money, and ultimately your heart. No wonder the Christian book of life says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. In addition, it's either you are lawful or you are lawless. And knowledge of the law of prosperity shall automatically classify you among the prosperous people with a name tag, Prosperity Classic. So take it up as your personal responsibility to embark on knowledge of the law of prosperity. Ultimately, make God your CEO. This may sound somehow spiritual, but it is nothing but a foundational truth. Whether we accept it or discard it, doesn't matter. There is always a God factor in the lives of the Prosperity Classic people, in business, ministry, career. Mention it. How am I so sure? Divinity goes a long way when it comes to the realization of humanity in other symbolic undertakings. So I'm here to let you know that there is always a God factor in the lives of the highly prosperous personalities. You will not reckon with that. You can even say, I don't believe in God. No qualms. But the truth must be told. Every individual is a spirit. You are a spirit, I am a spirit, man. So you can't outrule that. And the truth stands forever. So, for you to have a better understanding of this last point, you can't agree with me that we have many so-called billionaires all over the world who eventually died wretched. But why? From our little research, I realized that later on neglected in totality the God factor. So, in concluding, never love money. Love God, and you'll be able to subdue money. Because every individual, the mandate of God for us, doesn't matter whether you're a pagan, Buddhist, doesn't matter, Christian, Muslim, doesn't matter. The God factor can never be rubbed off or wiped out by anybody. So if you must subdue, the God factor must be duly established in your heart, because your heart is your spirit is you. Our Prosperity Classic, family and friends all over the world. With this highly illuminated expression of mine, I strongly believe that by the grace of God, you and I will definitely get there. And of a truth, we are already classified among the rich and mighty. And our tag name remains Prosperity Classic. Till I come your way, same time, same platform, I remain your regular host, Prosperity Classic, Oluwatoyin, Adesuji. You are great.
A child in the distance, playing in the rain, the sweet sound of water flowing away. A construction worker coming home from work, two parents and their children going to church. A happy little baby rolls on your shirt. What an extraordinary day. Let us have a world of ordinary people, living life the way God wants us to. And if we have a world of ordinary people, extraordinary things will happen to me and you. Just a man, but he'd kill his son for the price of a lamb. And let us consider ordinary Job, who lost it all, but in God had his hope. Now ordinary David, a little shepherd boy, brought down Goliath with a stone and a toy. Sweet little Jesus, ordinary child, the carpenter's first son, humble and mild. If anybody told you he'd be Messiah, you probably would laugh it off, I know.